Hey there, students. Welcome back to channel. I have some really good news. There are actually things we can do to focus and make the most of our study time. We're about to dive deep into my top 5 tips for actually focusing and achieving your goals. So grab your notebooks, grab your highlighters, and let's get this bread. Tip number 1 might seem obvious, but trust me, it's important. Setting clear goals is the foundation of any successful study plan. Before you even think about cracking open a textbook, you need to set some goals. This step is crucial because it gives you direction and purpose. And no, I don't mean vague goals like I want to do well in school. Vague goals won't help you focus your efforts. Be specific. If you don't know where you're going, how are you supposed to get there? Specific goals help you create a clear path to follow. So, grab your planner, your bullet journal, or even just a napkin, and start jotting down what you want to achieve. The medium doesn't matter as long as you write it down. Do you want to ace that upcoming history exam? Write it down and make it a tangible target. Finally, understand the quadratic formula, put it on your list, and make it a priority. Whatever it is, write it down. This act of writing makes your goals real and actionable. Break those big, scary goals down into smaller, more manageable chunks. This makes them less intimidating and more achievable. If you have a whole semester's worth of material to cover, don't try to cram it all in at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Break it down week by week or even day by day. Smaller tasks are easier to tackle and keep you motivated. And don't forget to track your progress. Monitoring your achievements keeps you on the right path. There's something so satisfying about checking things off a list. It gives you a sense of accomplishment and keeps you motivated. Trust me, setting clear goals is like having a roadmap to success. It guides you, keeps you focused, and ultimately leads you to your destination. Okay, so you've got your goals all laid out. That's a great first step, but it's just the beginning. Now it's time to create a schedule. Because let's be real, winging it rarely works. A well-thought-out plan is your roadmap to success. When you have a schedule, you're way more likely to actually sit down and study. It gives you a clear direction and purpose. It's like having a designated time slot for productivity, which, let's be honest, is something we could all use a little more of. It helps you stay on track and avoid distractions. If you had a doctor's appointment at 2 p.m., you wouldn't just be like, oh, I'll go sometime this week. You'd make it a priority. You'd show up at 2 p.m. because you scheduled it. The same principle applies to your study sessions. Treat your study time the same way. Block out specific times in your day or week dedicated to studying and stick to it as much as possible. Consistency is key. Use a timer. The Pomodoro technique is my personal favorite. You study for 25 minutes straight, then take a 5-minute break. It keeps you fresh and focused. Having a schedule and sticking to it will make you feel so much more organized and in control of your time. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish. Plus, it'll prevent those last-minute cram sessions that leave you feeling like a zombie. You'll be more relaxed and ready to tackle your studies with confidence. Let's be real, this one is probably the hardest, but it's also the most important. We live in a world of endless distractions. Our phones are constantly buzzing. Netflix is calling our names. And don't even get me started on the black hole that is TikTok. Distractions are the ultimate productivity killers. So when it's time to buckle down and focus, you need to eliminate those distractions like it's your job. That means putting your phone on airplane mode, logging out of all social media, and maybe even hiding under a rock if you have to. Find yourself a quiet space where you can focus, like the library, a coffee shop, or even just a corner of your room. And if you're easily tempted by the internet, consider using a website blocker. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish when you're not constantly being interrupted. Another great tip is to set a timer for focused work sessions. Work for a set period, then take a short break. This helps keep your mind fresh and focused. Organize your workspace to minimize distractions, and always keep a to-do list to stay on track. With these strategies, you'll be saying bye-bye to distractions in no time. This one is key. Just passively reading through your notes or textbook is not going to cut it. You need to actively engage with the material, like you're having a conversation with it. Ask questions, make connections, and don't be afraid to get a little weird with it. One of my favorite active learning techniques is summarizing. After you read a section, take a few minutes to summarize it in your own words, like you're explaining it to a friend. It'll help you solidify the information in your brain and identify any areas where you need to go back and review. Another great technique is self-quizzing. Create flashcards, use practice problems, or even just try to recall information from memory. Experiment with different active learning techniques and see what helps you retain information the most effectively. I know what you're thinking. You just told me to create a schedule and stick to it like glue. And I did, but even the most dedicated students need to take breaks. Trust me, your brain will thank you. Think about it like this. If you were running a marathon, you wouldn't just sprint the whole way, right? You'd pace yourself, take walk breaks, and refuel along the way. Studying is kind of like a marathon for your brain. It's a mental workout, and just like your muscles need rest after a workout, so does your brain. So, set a timer for every hour or so and take a short break. Get up, stretch, walk around, grab a snack, or just stare blankly into space for a few minutes. Taking breaks might seem counterintuitive, but it'll actually make you more productive in the long run. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, focusing on your studies takes time and practice. Be patient, stay consistent, and you'll achieve your goals. Don't beat yourself up if you have an off day or if you find yourself scrolling through TikTok instead of studying. The important thing is to keep trying and to find what works best for you. You got this.